What's going on, everybody? TNA Wrestling. This is the show where we got to be close to the TNA TV deal. Everybody's talking about it. Peacock, CW, A&E, multiple networks are talking about it. It seems like the entire wrestling world is talking about the deal with ESPN and the WWE. It's going to trickle down and have a great effect on the TNA TV deal. I got a feeling with Peacock. Even if Peacock doesn't sign TNA, it started a bidding war that could potentially lead to TNA getting more money than they even expected. They're trying to get $10 million a year. I could see them getting more than $10 million a year. The deal with the WWE and ESPN is absolutely huge, and it means so much for pro wrestling in general. Because I think it means a lot for AAA. I think it means a lot for TNA. I think it means a lot for everybody. Because they open the door for Peacock. Just huge, absolutely huge. Even Yahoo Sports is talking about the TV deal with TNA Wrestling. It has become a mainstay. The only conversation that's bigger is the WWE ESPN deal. But the TNA TV deal is absolutely huge. And the NWA just got on Roku. They've had their first two shows on Roku. NWA's on Roku. TNA's about to land their biggest TV deal in company history. WWE just landed their biggest TV deal in company history. Wrestling is on the verge of the next boom period, mark my words. Wrestling is about to blow up again. Wrestling is just right there at the tipping point of being something absolutely huge, a household product. And I mean all the products, TNA, WWE, AEW, they're all going to be tremendous because of this. If AEW and TNA go head to head, that means great things for both companies because they both will have to bring their A game. WWE will do everything in their power to make sure TNA beats AEW week in and week out, and that's just a better thing for TNA. And it makes AEW step up their game, and they got plenty of money to work with at AEW, and TNA will have plenty of money backing them as well, from their network to WWE to themselves. It's just it's awesome things are happening in professional wrestling right now. It's a really good time to be a fan. It's probably the best time to be a fan since the 90s. I can't ever. If you haven't watched the Fade to Black TNA Slammiversary Fade to Black, that's on TNA Plus. You should definitely check it out. It was an awesome show. It really got you hyped up to be a TNA fan. They featured talent in a way, much the way Unreal features WWE, but this was a little bit different. It didn't expose the business per se. It just told a side of TNA characters that you didn't usually see. I remember when TNA Reaction was going on. That's what Fade to Black reminded me of, was TNA Reaction. Which TNA Reaction was phenomenal. Just tremendous. It's tremendous to be a wrestling fan right now. We're 27 minutes from Impact coming on, so I would like them to announce a TV deal as soon as possible. I would be blown away if they announced it tonight. I don't think they're going to announce it on a tape show. But speaking of TNA is talking about being live 52 weeks a year if they get this deal that they're looking for getting. One of the things is being live every single week. That would be huge. In fact, they've never been live ever since, even during their prime, during the Spike TV era. They weren't live every week. They were live every other week. So that would be huge. It would be tremendous. It would mean a new city every single week. That means their schedule would bump up, more days for wrestlers to get paid, and tremendous live reactions. Is always better than a taped reaction. We are 26 minutes away. I just cannot wait until we get to a new TV deal with TNA Wrestling. Wrestling is just so good right now. Mike Santana is on the verge of realizing his dream of being the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. If you looked at TNA Fade to Black on Slamversary, TNA's Slamversary Fade to Black show that was on TNA Plus, his exact words was, I went from looking out a rehab center window to being in the main event of Slamversary. Be right back.
Yeah, because I'm having a hard time. And you're in there doing something that don't matter. I don't have much strength in my hand. It's hard to get there. I have a hard time. You can walk over and pick it up.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, man, you can watch TNA for free on YouTube. The shows that uploaded is going to be on YouTube. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? $13 minutes, y'all. 13 minutes. Hush, so. What's going on, man? What's going on, y'all? $8.
Look like my muscle.
Come on. Come on. Ah, so fucking funny. Four minutes. 4 minutes, 4 views, 3 likes. It's a good night. What's going on, man? What's going on? uh, yeah, it's a real dog. What the hell? Think it's a statue? What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. 1 minute, 20 seconds. One minute, 10 seconds.
Alexander, come here. Come here. Come here. You're gonna get sick. Come on. Come inside. I forgot to come up into the window.
Going live in 15 seconds.
Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 7:59 p.m.
I'm not going to sleep.
Here we go.
But my never take the hammer, never take the pee, I never take nothing, nothing, or nothing, or nothing, or nothing, nothing, nothing.
Hush.
if you don't believe me, I'm known to beat a man down in his own hometown. Let's talk about it. Now, when I come to Baltimore, it's going to be hard to find. I've heard them big ass heads running the family. I'm going to drive up to the arena, and I'm going to be searching. I'm going to be scanning on the front row. I'm going to be searching. And oh, here they go. I see. It's bubble-headed mama. It's bubble-headed uncle. And it's bubble-headed granny. And I'm going to take out the whole bubble-headed section. I'm going to take a hammer. And I'm going to smack the hell out of them like it's Groundhog's Day. Let's talk about it.
Rick Williams showed complete disrespect for moves. I'm curious what he was alluding to there with KC Navarro in first class later on tonight, but it appears we're about to be joined by the face of the franchise. Who's done just about everything there is to do in TNA wrestling, has etched his name in his history books time and time again. Could he be the man? Could he be the one to finally bring back the TNA World Championship where it belongs? And this past Tuesday night, on NXT, Moose mixed it up with Dark State, Javon Evans, the NXT champion, Alba Femi, and the TNA World Champion, his emergence opponent, Trick Williams.
What's wrong, Moose? Did I offend you when I called you bobblehead?
Not wasting any words on Trick Williams. But he's right on the spear, and Trick Williams storms away. Williams getting the hill out of dodge. But you have to imagine, come Baltimore, come emergence, if that spear connects, you may have a new world champion. We'll see what this is. Trick Williams has with first class later on tonight, but 1 week from tomorrow, live on TNA Plus, and moves his hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. The face of the franchise tries to bring back the TNA World Championship at emergence.
It is my pleasure to welcome my guest at this time, Gia Miller. Welcome back, Gia.
Hi, Gabby. Thank you so much. Do you mind if I take this?
That's much better. Well, thank you so much for covering for me. And I want to say thank you to everybody that reached out to me and made sure that I was okay. Slammiversary, it really rattled me. It was a lot, but I took my time to rest and to recover, and I'm feeling a lot better now. And so actually, I have a little bit of a message for you, Tessa. See, I've been professional. We've all put up with your petty bullcrap for long enough. But my patience has just run out. So whenever it is you get to come back to work, I just want to make one thing completely clear. And that's if you lay your hands on me one more time, I will kill you. Anyway, Gabby, you've done such a great job, but I think I'm going to hang on this for right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears, but honestly, I'm glad to see that you've appeared. You're tougher than anyone else.
Well, thank you, Joe. That really means a lot. But in tonight's main event, you've got Mustafa Ali. What is your mindset heading into that match?
The thing about Mustafa is he is the type of guy that hides behind other people. He hides behind his secret service. We don't have secrets in TNA because you know what's not secret? The fact that whenever Joe Hendry appears in TNA wrestling, the entire world is believing and waving their hands from side to side. So Mustafa, by the end of the night, you will believe in Joe Hendry.
Whether it's Tuesday nights on NXT or Thursdays here on Impact, Joe Hendry has plenty of belief. He battles Mustafa Ali tonight in our main event. Also, this week, JC Jane will defend her Knockouts World Championship once again, this time against Ash My Elegance. What? Heather and M, plus Nix and Henley are banned from ringside. But that's not the only championship match tonight. Steve Macklin defends the international title against Jake Something next. TNA Wrestling is on the path to Bound for Glory. 1 week from tomorrow, live on TNA Plus, it'll be Emergence in Baltimore, Maryland. Then in September, we'll be in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Edmonton, Alberta, Canada for Victory Road Weekend. It all culminates in Lowell, Massachusetts, Sunday, October 12th, with Bound for Glory. Get your tickets now for all these events at TNAWrestling.com.
What's going on, TNA Wrestling fans? This is your TNA International Champion, Bulletproof Steve Macklin. Now I'm here at Centerville Bank Stadium, home of the Rhode Island FC. You want me to move it? Did anybody drink that? No. Chip's probably stretching more than I do, naturally, but staying limber and stretching flexible is the key to longevity, I guess.
Dude, it's
Wow.
I'm just happy I got to write that up.
Yeah.
We got you a little.
Dude, awesome. Yeah. My number too. It's great.
Yeah, a little present for you.
So it is tag, bag, and mayhem.
Yo, Sammy. Yo, what up, Mike? I heard what you said last week. Out of respect for the history we've had throughout the years, I'm gonna shift my focus away from Trick real quick and give you what you want. Let's head to emergence and shut it down. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Real cute, guys. Real cute. I'm not here to rain on your farewell parade. Maybe it's time to walk off into the sunset, Sam. I'm here to talk to you, the failed TNA hero, Mike. Walking around here talking about being the heart and soul. When you were in high school, I was running this place. Now you're gonna have to sit here and think about that. This place needs a cleanse, and your time is gonna come faster than you think. And I want you to think about this real good. What you did at Slammiversary is you failed your adopted family, this place, this family, and you failed your own family.
No, Mike, chill. Get out of here.
Watch yourself.
No, you watch yourself.
Sue.
Not worth it, dude. Idiots.
It's looking like Eric Young's cleansing may start with Mike Santana and Sammy Callahan.
Hold on a second. What the hell is going on here?
Here we go. This area was enchanted from ringside and commentary 2 weeks ago when we were live from TNA Impact here in Kingston, Rhode Island. It's like this area is nothing that TNA wrestling that we've seen by our president, Paulo Silver. I mean, we're set first to have a match here. What is that, Drake? Drake, what? Come on, man. Like, seriously. Not enough of this. All right. This man out there on Dynasty to make one of the biggest events in TNA wrestling history. Slammiversary. All about him. Chico's out of control. I can't believe this is happening again. Do we need security out here? Hello? Frankie, what are you doing out here? Hey, what am I doing out here? You went through this. I used to. You know what I went through? I went through the top. This paper signed off by your boss, my friend Carlos Silva. He agrees. I should be out here at my wrestle and my castle. Good to be back, huh? Great. Never be disrespected like that again, ever.
And he's for the TNA International Championship.
Shoulder to shoulder, King Magno was talking about outsiders have infiltrated this company like JCJ, Trick Williams, we saw earlier on today as a reigning world champion. That's something Macklin is trying to play against. Mackenzie started leading Hilton John Lingo. Trying to try out for this man of banana somehow the last thing. This is going to be that guy who's shot. This is about the TNA International Championship. Let's take a look at the headlines. Jake something is being Macklin about their one-on-one for the first time ever. Remember, Jake something to be in man's corner in an early qualification match 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, also live on Impact, Steve Macklin said to anyone out outside this helmet, inside, you better come ready for war. And right off the bell, these two going to war, Ray Walt. Macklin versus something for the TNA International Championship.
No doubt about it. Two absolute losers. And something like a freight train that can't be stopped.
Jay Something's a convicted villain, isn't he? He's not. Well, he should be. Fast press there by Steve Macklin.
Frankie, I just want to say, look, I'm sorry about everything that happened, but me and you sacrificed.
You're sorry? Oh, you're sorry?
Come on,
No,
man.
you know what? Rewalk, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. The way you turned your back on me, you told me, and your goodness,
You deserved it, Frankie.
you made Slammiversary all about you. You're scum, and you know that. Slammiversary should be all about you. What I deserve is the respect of you two. Just like I have the respect of my friend Carlos Silva. Shoulder right to the ring section. There's the cover and a kick out. I imagine Carlos granted you the freedom of speech since you're still somehow an employee of this company. Did. Speaking of which, how good do I smell? You want to know what I'm wearing tonight? In honor of my buddy Carlos Silva, I'm wearing Silva Bullet. I do smell unbelievable. Oh, you're right.
Olympic slam.
Cover. Oh, to the right. Power out there by Jake Something. This isn't our only championship match. Still to come tonight, Ash by Elegance gets her long-awaited shot at the Knockouts World Championship. She'll challenge NXT's JC Jane, the double champion. The Knockouts World title is on the line tonight. In our main event, Joe Hendry will go one-on-one with Mustafa Ali for the first time ever. Also, plenty of knockouts action this evening. Laura Shade will be in action right here in the Impact Zone after teaming up with the Inspiration a few weeks ago. And speaking of teaming up, we'll see laying away inside of Brookside up against the Elegance Break. Tag team round this evening on Impact.
You got agility from Jay Something. It's terrifying when a man that size, that strong, is that agile. These two guys are just throwing it all out.
There's no doubt about it. What I think I'll try to do.
Jake Something and Steve Macklin pulverizing each other for the International Championship. I can do whatever I want. There's also that. Right. Macklin, the inaugural International Champion, his ring stands at 112 days thus far.
These two absolutely.
Delaware, making $50 in a handshake.
I saw it.
Shut up, Frank. Right on, Tori. Macklin set him to the steel steps.
These guys in the corners continue here on the outside.
I conducted myself like a gentleman. I'm being told to shut up. You know who's going to hear about this?
Let me guess. Guys, Hackers.
Tell him. He needs to shut up. This was the 1600s. You need to shut up.
Guys, still on the outside of the ring.
Remember, the title can only change hands via pinfall or submission, not via count out or disqualification. A referee now is slain.
Oh, God, Jake Something is
Just couldn't regain that focus. Just good. He's got it.
Security doing it. Somebody Jake Something in the champion. Steve Macklin.
This is far from over, boys. This is far from over.
That's why I can't go ahead and turn to the farm.
This Knockouts is going to be a good podcast. You can throw countouts.
You might not like it, but you know what? Look at what he's not doing.
And now we're still continuing to rebound blows by Jake Something. What is going to contain these two?
Jake Something's all over Macklin. And about to throw Macklin will back down. Not the Jake Something. Maybe I need to talk to both these guys. This is unnecessary.
Somebody has to contain these two.
A chaotic scene here in the Impact Zone. Just beginning of the championship.
Good to be back with you guys. It's good to hold man. Absolute third one in the Impact Zone around the international title.
Santino! Santino outside. He's not in there. That is so disrespectful. Wait, he's not in there.
Yeah.
Dear God, still to come tonight, it's Joe Hendry versus Mustafa Ali. Both men have their sights set on the TNA World Championship. Meanwhile, for the second week in a row, JC Jane must defend her TNA Knockouts World Championship, this time against Ash by Elegance. However, the rest of Fatal Influence plus Heather and M by Elegance are banned from ringside. Now, while Ash goes after the Knockouts World Championship, Heather and M will represent the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship in a non-title bout. They'll face Zaya Brookside and Wayne Lee in tag team action next.
There's a special energy happening in TNA right now. We embrace the future. I will be TNA World Champion. Forever on Night Train. It's Tricky Nate, and it's always gonna be Tricky Nate. TNA Wrestling presents Bound for Glory. Tickets on sale now at TNAWrestling.com.
When I decided to dedicate my life to pro wrestling, I was watching the X Division. Some of the greats like Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles. When I was in high school, I wrote on my MySpace page that the X Division Championship was my birthright. Fast forward to present day, Leon Slater, our current reigning and defending X Division champion. Someone who was only 20 years old and he is not even hit his prime yet. But see, that's the difference. I'm in my prime. I am the best that I have ever been. And sooner rather than later, you will be looking at your new X Division champion.
It's all about weight limits. It's about no limits. Slater versus Alexander for the X Division title live at Emergence. Right now, we turn our attention to the Knockouts division, which has been a little less than calm, shall we say, the last couple of weeks. Seen outside of Brookside, her tag team partner tonight, and the side of Masha Slamovich in this battle for the Knockouts World Championship, the battle against fatal influence of NXT, especially.
And her tag team partner from Chongqing, China, Wendy Lee.
As these two, as you said, Tom, came to the aid of the former Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich, and everything that happened.
What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the path to Bound for Glory in 2 weeks. We'll be in Baltimore live for Emergence the following night in Impact on the cameras of UNBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the personal concierge. You know what? I had a whole speech written out, but you don't deserve it, because this place sucks. Shut your mouth and show some respect. I'd like to introduce to you to one of the most beautiful women in the entire professional wrestling world. Please welcome Ann and Heather by Ellen. And shall I say, two of the most absolutely perfection representing, emanating, radiating.
Can you read it right? That wasn't a sentence.
Oh, I know those words are too big for you, Tommy boy, but they absolutely, these two radiate talent, they radiate poise, and even without the elegant leader, the one the brand is based on, Ash, getting ready for her title match. I'm sure that these two can hold down the fort, as it were.
Well, the reason why Ash is getting her title match tonight is because last week Ash interrupted Slamovich's contractual rematch for the Knockouts World Championship against JC Jane, stemming from Slammiversary. That resulted in disqualification. Jane retained, and the Elegance brand robbed Masha Slamovich of a true opportunity at the title. Later on tonight, it will be JC Jane defending the Knockouts World Championship against Ash by Elegance. And I've been told that Heather and M, as well as Fallon, Henley, and Jasmine Nix of Fatal Influence have been banned from ringside for the Knockouts World title match later tonight.
I find it interesting now, we've been in a war of words with Frankie Kazarian over him potentially getting involved, in Slammiversary, causing the title to now come out at TNA. However, Ash by Elegance, I think, has a plan. She did not want Masha to win that title. She clearly thinks she can take it for JCJ. And that's a plan I want to see come to fruition.
Right, and all of us here at TNA Wrestling want to see both of our world championships in the hands of TNA wrestlers. Teamwork here by Brookside and Lee, and a kick out there by M by Elegance.
And what kind of momentum would it build for the Elegance brand, though? If they can pick up this win right here, it could be a banner night for the brand.
Already in possession of the Knockouts World Tag Team titles are the Elegance brand.
And they relentless fists of Lei Ying Lee.
Launching M. Oh, there goes M to the outside. Rough start here for the Elegance brand. And they get back in against Zaya Brookside and Lei Ying Lee here on Impact.
A rough start here for the Elegance brand as Lei Ying Lee looks to dump M by Elegance back into the ring here.
Sakata hook to the leg and a kick out by M.
I would normally say Ash by Elegance is backstage watching, keeping a close eye, but I imagine she's in the right headspace for her knockouts.
Star suplex in by Lee and a kick out by M.
Now, the question I have here is kind of a unique scenario here. Now, the Elegance brand is one particular unit. However, only Heather in this situation is one half of the knockout tag team champions. And Zaya and Lei Ying Lee get a win here over the Elegance brand. Does that enter into the equation of them potentially getting a title shot?
That's a great question.
Things like that. Something to think about.
They find themselves in contention for Knockouts World Tag Team title shot. And M had the referee's attention. Didn't see the elbow contact by Heather. But after Lei Ying Lee.
Great work there. By Elegance continuing the damage to the shoulder and the arm on the outside.
Heather continues to illegally contact. Right here, our referee dealing with a furious Zaya Brookside. That is justifiably upset. This is a cover by M, trying to win the match and a kick out.
But you have to know that doing that, taking the referee's attention like that, is only going to cause more trouble for your tag team partner.
Attack made. Ash really corrupted Heather and M when you think about it.
I'm not going to dignify that with a proper response. She literally elevated her. She made her more elegant. She broke her tag team goal. She literally raised her career and profile and resume by leaps and bounds. What the hell are you on?
Remember once upon a time when Heather and M were doing things the right way here in TNA Wrestling?
You remember how many titles they won? You know how many PLEs they were on? You know, I mean, a lot of explosion matches, Tom. I mean, between you and me.
Nothing wrong with one shot explosion. Every once in a while, you bother to show up at work.
But it's not the flagship show. It's not the PLEs. It's not our large pay-per-view. Ever since Ash by Elegance and the Elegance brand came into the picture, these two have been bigger, better, and brighter than ever.
Heather, one half of the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions with Ash by Elegance. Arm breaker there. Their reign stands at 145 days as of now.
Long may they reign. And then we have Brookside and Lee here chomping at the bit. I mean, there's also the Inspiration is still circling those tag team titles. I'm sure they would love another shot. I can imagine. We're going to talk about fatal influence. I would imagine.
I don't want to even think about that to your point. I see where you're going.
There's a lot of sharks swimming in the water. Let's put it that way.
As mentioned last week, we saw tag team action as Indy Hartwell and Danny Luna faced Jody Breton, Ariana Gracie, mentor Victoria Crawford in the Knockouts division. That's
someone right to some titles.
That's an X factor right there.
As now Lee trying to find a vertical base here in this tag team contest.
No, don't get right there.
I gotta break my nose breaking bone.
He got stiff at 5 years old. I think that's hilarious. He got stiff.
You got a long way to go, buddy. That ain't possible. He's still 5 years old.
All right, get over there on your chair. Get over on your chair. Daddy will get you one papa. Get over there on your chair. We can't do it in the same chair. Just get over yours, and then when we get done, man, you're going to go in our room and watch our TV. We got to figure it out. We'll figure out something. Make us go outside again.
He should got the referee's attention, all right. Try to direct his attention on what the audience has been doing. Tag made, it goes in. Any which way about it, the elegance brand continuing to dominate the conversation, as it were. Back elbow there by Lee. Charges in.
Calm down.
Broadside's done a great job of retaking control of this matchup. Lee and Brookside working very well as a team
That was awesome.
Innovative offense there, great counter work. Back center, into the arm as well. This one is strong. And not done yet. Time to take a ride. Going for a spin. Buster. tag team title shot?
I'll just see how things develop. Don't forget, filling up tonight now. Final shows for JCJ on the Knockout World title.
And a chance to regain momentum for the Elegance brand.
Well, right now it's time for the TNA Injury Report presented by Bioplex, the exclusive recovery partner of TNA Wrestling. JC Navarro of First Class has been pulled from in-ring competition following a knee injury. Medical evaluations confirmed ligament damage that will require time off for recovery. KC is said to be frustrated but focused on rehabilitation. No return date has been set. After a savage attack by the Nemeths last week, the hometown man is recovering from multiple contusions and bruised ribs. He is not clear to compete at this time. Ahead of tonight's high-profile main event, both Joe Hendry and Mustafa Ali underwent precautionary evaluations following recent matches. TNA's medical team has confirmed both men are 100% clear and in peak condition for tonight's main event. This TNA Injury Report is presented by Bioplex.
So there's something I would talk to you about that's very important. Let's go now.
Oh my God!
Oh, but Dave, what's wrong with you, animals? You lose with the file of my office. This is TNA Wrestling. This is not my shit. You're the office. Son of a gun. There will be consequences. I'm so sorry.
At the Fumigate Santino's office. Oh my God, Baywatch still to come tonight is Joe Hendry versus Mustafa Ali, an all-important matchup on the path to Battle for Glory. And the second time sure wins. JCJ is defending her knockout world championship here on Impact tonight against Ally Elegance. We're coming up next. We understand it's an emergency issue for the First Class penthouse. Is this what Trick Williams was alluding to earlier on tonight? We'll find out next.
That's so cute. You ready? I put it up and it's late for you the other night. Hey, you better not be in my bed. He takes drink down like a grown man. Are you ready now? What you grabbing at your booty for? I'm not going to bed. You ready? You can take the phone tonight. I'm going to take the phone tonight. Okay?
Well, look at your phone.
I'm going to take mine too. Get your drink. Let's go.
Is Daddy gonna stay up?
He's going to do his stupid stuff, you know. Come on. Get your drink.
Let's need to stop now.
What?
Can the dog?
No, no dog. A dog-free zone.
A dog. Oh, come.
You ain't gonna get your drink. You ain't got but a sip. Just smother it. Come on. Bathroom.
my name synonymous to TNA.
I'm here to change the course of history.
We're still innovating, we're still groundbreaking, but that's what the artists do. Tricky name, and it's always gonna be tricky name.
What's happened out there? Did you go out there in front of the entire world and you dropped the ball on my night? My moment? I have the biggest match of my entire career, the Knockout World Title match. And I'm worried about you two? No, you know what? I don't need this type of energy. I need to focus on JCJ. So do me a favor. Get out! Get out! Yeah, get out. You two. All of you, get out!
My elegance challenges JC Jane later on time for the Knockouts World title, but we have an emergency edition of the First Class Penthouse.
Please welcome
Oh, that wasn't very nice of anything.
Looks like the situation is dire within first class here. Just like the face of Casey tomorrow.
Welcome to an emergency episode of the First Class Penthouse. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, AJ Francis. And this right here is my co-host, KC Navarro. And together, we make up First Class. And unfortunately, we had to call this emergency episode of the First Class Penthouse because KC has a little bit of bad news to share with each and every one of you.
You know, at Slammiversary, man, we were so close, big fella. We almost won the TNA World Tag Team titles. And unfortunately, we didn't. But I think there's something else that's a little more unfortunate, man, and that's that in that match, unfortunately, I re-aggravated my knee. And after being reevaluated, I got the worst news that any athlete can hear. And that's that I tore my ACL. And I'm going to have to get surgery. So
That's tough to hear. But just like in the NFL, when someone tears their ACL, we have to live by a motto. Next man up.
what?
So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to reintroduce to you a former TNA World Champion and a founding member of First Class, the one, the only, Rich Homie Swan.
It's been almost a year since we've seen Rich Swan here at TNA Wrestling. And yes, he was a founding member.
Thank you, Rich. Rich, it's great to have you back, man. Great to have you back. Hold the microphone for him. Hold it for him. Rich, how does it feel to be back in No. How does it feel to be back in First Class?
How does it feel to be back in first? Hold it up a little higher. How does it feel to be back in First Class? Well, see, it feels so wonderful because I get to help and aid you into making this place TNAJ
Francis. Club us out of that.
We're gonna get back to what we were doing before, and that's proving why we got all the cash, all the flash, and we ain't afraid to whoop anybody's ass.
Yes. And now that first class is finally whole, we have decided that there's only one more thing we have to do. KC, your services are no longer needed.
Pardon me, what the hell are you talking about, man?
It's very simple. Swanee couldn't go, so you replaced him. Now you can't go, so Swanee's replacing you. You were always a substitute. You were always a backup.
A backup? A replacement? Man, I busted my ass for 10 years to get the TNA. I earned my spot here. Oh, and then I get put in first class. You like trick? Let's talk about what I did. When you didn't want to take the hit, who took them for you? When you didn't want to get dog walked by Mike Santana, who stepped up and did it for you? When you needed someone to die on the sword for you, who did it every single time? I did! You want to talk about dying on the sword? Homie, the doctors told me I couldn't do slam. And I looked at that doctor and I said, screw it! I'm going in from my team to win those tag team titles at Slammiversary! I risked my career for you! And this is what you're gonna do right now?
KC, it's funny to hear you talk about Slammiversary because I remember it completely differently. I remember after that match carrying your lifeless, limp, weak little body through that curtain. And I realized in that moment, that wasn't the first time that I had to carry you, KC. See, I've been carrying 165 pounds of dead weight around for about 9 months now. Before you showed up, I was a champion in TNA. Before you showed up, Rich Swann was a champion in TNA. Hell, your first match in first class was for the TNA World Tag Team titles because me and Swann earned that opportunity. And what you do? You lost that match, just like you lost the match for us at Slammiversary, just like you lost the opportunity for us at NXT when you got hurt, just like you lost everything that we've been going over for every single day for the last year. You even caused Trick Williams the match last week because you hit him with a crutch. And you lose all the time because you're a loser, KC. And since you clearly proved last week you don't know how to use a crutch, let me show you. KC, I'm happy you tore your ACL. Now, get off of my stage before we throw you off of my stage. Get out! Bye, KC. You never deserved to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been a brand new edition of the First Class Penthouse. I'm as happy as anyone to see Rich Swann back, but a heartbreak for KC Navarro.
This is as low class as it gets. hydration drink delivered in clean, functional hydration with natural sea salt for electrolytes, no artificial dyes or artificial sweeteners, 8 essential vitamins sweetened with natural ingredients and honey. A-Game, the official hydration partner of TNA Wrestling. Use promo code TNA15 for 15% off your order at shopagame.com. Well, with a despicable scene there with First Class, we are set for more action here in the Impact Zone.
Following contest is scheduled for one call. Introducing first from Duke City, New Mexico, Mara Shade!
2 weeks ago, live from on Impact, the Inspiration faced off against the Elegance Plan in a 6 knockout tag team match. The Inspiration vowed at Slamversary they would bring a friend to Impact to battle the Elegance brand. That friend, Mara Shade.
Wowed the world when she showed up. A return, but an official debut as a knockout, as a part of this division. Mara Shade is here. I'm a scene.
Last week, Mara Shade opened up on Impact. Believes that she wants to influence generations.
Oh, God.
From Belleville, New Jersey, Bishop Ricky.
Set for knockouts action here this evening. Don't forget, still to come, we will see the Knockouts World Championship on the line. JC Jane of NXT will defend her Knockouts World title against Ashley Elegance of the aforementioned Elegance brand. Remember, Heather and M plus Fallon, Henley, and Jasmine makes a fatal influence on man from ringside.
A true one-on-one scenario, just like we're watching right now. A chance for Mara Shade to stand out above the rest like she wants to do.
What did you think about what Shade had to say last week here on Impact?
It was an up-close and personal piece. You know, we got to learn a little bit more.
Bell.
Absolutely.
Bell. Bell.
Show the Titan game. Extended shot. Boy. Leads to WWE when the world is telling much of her. But now, this is a chance for Mara Shade to stand out here. She looks like it, quite frankly, like a piece of art. And according to her quote, I'm a masterpiece and art is meant to be seen by the masses. Well, now's her chance to shine. Her very confident in herself, not backing down here against her opponent. I can appreciate someone who wants to grab the spotlight, if you will.
It reminds me of the Drama King.
Oh, there's only one though, baby. Look at this. Unique offense there.
Well done. Oh, into the cover. I don't know if that would have ended it, but Shade didn't want to end it.
Having her fun playing with her food here now, getting the lolly back out.
Shot right to the midsection. Could this be it? Trying to end it.
Look out here.
Calls his move.
And I believe it absolutely did. 1, 2, 3. Mara Shade.
That finisher looks sick.
An absolutely dominant performance from Shade. Let's take a look back at how this one ended. It's very impressive, as she calls it, finish her in the middle of the ring secures a one-on-one victory for Shade.
The newest signing to the TNA Knockouts division, Mara Shade, making an impression tonight on a critical night for the Knockouts.
Well, still to come in our main event. For the first time ever, Joe Hendry goes one-on-one with Mustafa Ali. And Director of Authority Santino Marella has a huge announcement about Emergence next week. But up next, Ashley Elegance has the opportunity to bring the title home as she takes on JC Jane for the TNA Knockouts World Championship next.
We'll be right back. Oh, God. Come on.
There's a moment right after the final bell rings, when the noise dies and the silence sets in. No entrance music. Just the truth. Your heartbeat. Your regrets. And the weight of what you gave and what you lost. On July 20th, at UBS Arena in New York, the statement was made. And when the statement's made in this city, the world listens. Slammiversary wasn't just the biggest night in TNA wrestling history. It was a collective mission to earn back everything this brand has fought for. A night where men and women came together.
TNA Fade to Black.
40 years. A show that didn't just honor the past. It propelled this storied company forward, reminding the world that TNA wrestling never left. The fans have spoken. The world took notice. And now, we look back at the night that will define the future of a company. This is where the show ends. And the truth begins. TNA Wrestling proudly presents Slammiversary.
Fade to Black.
Fade to Black.
Just let me be sad. How about that?
Do you want to know what always cheers me up?
No, I don't.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Stop. You're not going to show up, so stop. Say it's Dana. Why don't we cheer Charles up with a wrestling match next week?
Sourpuss accepts. Are you gonna go tell Ava? Great. It's like looking in a mirror. Do you mind if I get a photo?
No problem.
Awesome.
Say his name and he appears. This coming Tuesday night, it's Joe Hendry versus Charlie Dempsey live on NXT. But Hendry wasn't the only TNA star on NXT this week.
That's it, man. You throw the hands, and whoever wins gets to face over for the NXT championship.
Yes.
Yeah, you like that?
You know what? I love that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they can have that match tonight, right here, right now.
It looked like TNA's face of the franchise, Moose was going to renew hostilities with Alma Ferry, but Moose was focused on his emergence opponent, the TNA World Champion, Trick Williams.
The one name that's going to be synonymous to whooping that Trick is...
It was at that moment that Dark State took the opportunity to jump Moose, Javon Evans, the NXT champion Alma Ferry, and the TNA World Champion, Trick Williams. Ultimately, Moose, Williams, Ferry, and Evans repelled Dark State. And it was later on in the night that NXT general manager Ava approved this match for next week. Days before their clash for the TNA World Championship, emergence opponents, Moose and Trick, must team up as they join forces with Alma Ferry and Javon Evans against Dark State live on NXT.
Now is the time for history to be corrected, in my opinion. This woman here, this glamorous goddess, has a chance to cash in her #1 contendership beautifully, masterfully earned weeks ago, and now can bring the TNA Knockouts World title where it belongs.
As by Elegance could become a double champion, she's about to face the double champion between TNA and WWE. JC Jane will won the NXT Women's Championship and the TNA Knockouts World title. Weeks ago, we saw Outright Elegance win a battle royal here on Impact to become the #1 contender to the Knockouts World title. Now, this past Tuesday night on NXT, the personal concierge delivered a very personal message on behalf of the Elegance brand to JC Jane. But tonight, we know that the rest of the Elegance brand, Heather and Pam, are banned from ringside. The same with Fallon Henley and Jackson Nix of Fatal Influence. No backup for the double champion, JC Jane. Could this play in TNA Wrestling's favor? Could Act by Elegance be the one to reclaim the Knockouts World title for TNA? JC Jane made history back at Slammiversary, which you can watch back on demand on TNA Plus. Dethroning Masha Slamovich for the Knockouts World Championship with plenty of help from Fatal Influence. Will their absence be a factor tonight in this defense? As we take a look at the tail of the tape, there have been a number of members of the TNA roster that have spoken about going to war with outsiders, especially NXT stars who are currently holding our world championship. Could Act by Elegance be the one to retrieve the Knockout World Championship for TNA Wrestling?
Following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One ball.
And is for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Introducing first up, challenge.
You gave that microphone touch.
That goes to NXT once Elegance body heat.
I do the intros running because I'm a personal concierge, and by the way, you want to hit the streets with that outfit. respect, keep your mouth shut as I introduce to you the ultimate object of desire, the often imitated, never duplicated, one half of the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions of the world, and soon to be the new TNA Knockouts World Champion, the gorgeous, the beautiful Ash by Elegance.
And her opponent, from Greenwood Lake, New Jersey, representing Fatal Influence, she is the NXT Women's Champion and the TNA Knockouts World Champion, JC
So we have a chance now for a piece of wrong history to be righted. And Ash by Elegance on the front lines for TNA.
Could be Ash by Elegance of all people on the TNA roster to help us get one step closer to ending this nightmare where both our world titles are in the hands of NXT wrestlers.
This means we need your vibes, so you have to cheer for Ash by Elegance.
I don't have to tell you that I'm all about TNA wrestling getting both of its world championships back, and I sincerely hope Ash by Elegance gets the job done tonight.
I believe in the talent of Ash. She's gotten to where she is. Yes, of course, her glamour, her beauty, her style, her presence, but there is a lot of athletic skill in that body, in that mind.
This is a critical matchup on the path to Bound for Glory, which of course kicks into gear 1 week from tomorrow, live in Baltimore, Maryland on TNA Plus. At Emergence, the following night is TNA Impact in the campus of UMBC. Then 2 nights of TNA Impact, September 4th and 5th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Then Victory Road, the final live TNA Plus special on the path to Bound for Glory in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. September 26th and 27th will be in Alberta. And it all winds up at Bound for Glory, Sunday, October 12th, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus in Lowell, Massachusetts. You can get your tickets now at TNAWrestling.com for all these events.
These two started this match locked up together for the first minute, 2 minutes there. Neither let the other go, and now let it click to win the title.
Cover! Jane now turning it around out a kick out.
Every second counts in these title matches. Here we go.
Cover! Jane taking Ash off of her feet. Alright, kick out. First time ever these two go one-on-one. Oh, and Ash running through JC Jane.
Ash Bailey is very confident.
After last week, this Ash interrupted Slim Match's contractual rematches. Now the rest of Fatal Influence going to the end of JC Jane.
This thing is all going to hell. And thankfully, yes, the Elegance brand now, they're backing up their part here.
Heather and Adam were excited as earlier on tonight. Oh, that's right. Heather and Adam, who fell into the tail side of Brookside and laying later on this evening.
And look, there they are. That's right here.
Laying Brookside, going in the back of Masha Slamovich as they took the pass.
Everything is shifting. Oh, my God. We're out to the edge.
The inspiration, Jesse and Jesse rushing the ring.
The ring is absolutely full of knockouts.
Fatal Influence getting thrashed by the inspiration.
The Elegance brand looking for high ground as well.
The battle line Between TNA and NXT. A lot of hurt feelings and motivation in the knockouts division. Slamovich, Brookside, Lee, and the inspiration. Standing defiant against fatal influence in the Elegance brand, but we still have a huge question mark surrounding the Knockouts World title picture.
It feels damn good to be the TNA World Tag Team Champions for the 4th time, Joe. You know what I mean? Tonight, Santino's going to be making a very special announcement. He's going to be announcing who are we defending our titles against for the very first time at Emergence. You know, I don't know who it is. I'll be honest, man. I'm not overly concerned because Matt and Jeff Hardy, our confidence is at an all-time high. And word on the street, man, is that we have officially cemented our legacy as the tag team goats. You know, and they're not necessarily wrong. But our job here at TNA is even bigger than just carrying the TNA World Tag Team titles. Our job is to make TNA as great as it can possibly be. Our job is to preserve the art of professional wrestling and grow it bigger and greater. Yeah, we're not just defending titles anymore. We're defending history. Every match, every night, every time we step into that ring, we are building something bigger than ourselves, something bigger than TNA, a tag team legacy that's immortalized.
Big things in the future for the Hardys and TNA Wrestling. A big-time main event is still on deck tonight. Joe Hendry versus Mustafa Ali for the first time ever. But coming up next, as the Hardys mentioned, we're going to find out who their challengers are for Emergence. I understand much, much more. Santina Marella has an Emergence announcement next.
We'll be right back. Okay.
My name's synonymous to TNA.
Here to change the course of history.
To live forever or die trying.
We're still innovating. We're still groundbreaking, but that's what the artists do. Tricky name, and it's always gonna be tricky name.
TNA Wrestling is on the path to Bound for Glory, and we'll be stopping in Baltimore, Maryland 1 week from tomorrow, live on TNA Plus for emergence. Right now, our director of authority, Santino Morella, has some emergence announcements.
Please welcome the TNA Director of Authority, Santino.
Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing tonight? Very excited to announce several matches coming up on Emergence. August 15th, Baltimore, Maryland. It's going to be crazy. Let's get started with this. Based on what happened earlier tonight, the International Championship is going to be defended when Steve McLean versus Jake Something in a no DQ, no count out match. And it's official. We just signed a big one. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be dirty. And it's a chance at redemption when it's Mike Santana versus Sammy Calhoun. And based on the animosity and the intensity and the things that are going on, we're going to do it just like this. It's a four-way match for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team match. It's going to be Fatal Influence. It's going to be the Elephant Brand. It's going to be Xylee and Xia Brookside. And of course, it's going to be the Inspiration. But speaking of tag team, call out the tag team right now. A tag team who thinks they're going to face the Hardys at Emergence. I'm talking about Nick and Ryan Nemeth, the Nemeth brothers. Guys, if you will, please come out here right now.
Or perhaps this is finally when Santino Morella is going to give the Nemeths their contractual rematch for the tag team titles, which they rightfully deserve. This brother tag team in the house. They arrived at the early opening over the last few weeks, demanding their contractual rematch from Slammiversary against
I got some news. Might be new to you. Good news, bad news, however you want to take it. First and foremost, you're not facing the Hardys at Emergence. Okay?
No. This is bigger than you. I've known you for a long time. You've always been jealous of me. I totally understand that. Everybody is. I'm the draw around here. Everyone came to see me and my brother, and we have an ironclad contract because we get our rematch. This is with Anthem. You don't even understand.
No, you did have a match with the Hardys, but since your actions last week attacking the hometown man and injuring 2 employees of TNA, guess what? When it comes to Emergence, you are hereby suspended. So the Hardy boys are going to face none other than the Rascals. Hey, listen, you can't do this, okay? I have lawyers. I have all kinds of lawyers, all right? And everybody knows it. And I can sue you. I'm going to sue you. I'll sue everybody here. I'll go sue you. Hey, everybody calm down. Okay. Everybody calm down, okay? Let's just take it down a notch, okay? You know, the Nemeth deserve to be at Emergence, okay? Okay. Well. One of the Nemeth is going to be at Emergence, and that's you. Since you're somewhat innocent, and I use that term lightly, you son of a gun. You're going to have a match in Emergence versus
the hometown man.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I just did. I'm the director of authority. Now get out of here.
First takedown suspended. Now Ryder has to face Tully, the hometown man, and emergence.
Emergence live on TNA once and Baltimore, Maryland. 1 week from tomorrow.
The director's gotta do what a director of authority is gotta do. I love you guys.
But first, let's look what's coming up next week on Impact.
Thursday on an all-new TNA Impact. X-Division Champion Leon Slater and the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, battle Cedric Alexander and the Rascals. The complete Matt Cardona clashes with John Schuyler of the Great Hag. The realist Mike Santana takes on Eric Young.
This place needs a cleanse, and your time is going to come faster than you think.
Frankie Kazarian hosts the King's Speech with guests Jake Something and Steve Macklin. And in Knockouts Tag Team action, the Inspiration face off against Myla Grace and Harley Hudson. It's an all-new episode of TNA Impact Thursday.
Well, that is next week here on TNA Impact. But right now, we're set for a first-time ever matchup in our main event.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by the Red Hands and Tasha Steele. Representing Order 4, Lucifer Ali!
Last week, Mustafa Ali was discussing Order 4's plans for the future, his own plans for the future, his focus on the TNA World Championship. Could not comprehend why the builds are behind the lesser Mike Santana and Joe Hendry.
I mean, he brought up some very good points. But Mike Santana is an inspiring guy. He's likable. Joe Hendry, he's a funny guy. He's likable. But to Ali's point, they both dropped the ball in bringing the title home. Ali believes he can be that man to bring the championship where it belongs.
And here's a total from Scotland, weighing in at 250 pounds of your nation. We believe in Joe Hendry.
Ali spoke Joe Hendry's name last week, and the global phenomenon got right in Ali's face, and Ali actually thought of the expense of Order 4.
Yeah, typical Joe Hendry. Deflect. Play a funny video, deflect. It's down to wire one here. There's no more deflecting. He better be ready from Mustafa Ali at the top of his game. Let's not forget. Great hands, Tasha Steele's out here, and of course, imposing Agent Zero.
Joe Hendry has to handle Order 4 and Mustafa Ali. This match is next on Impact.
Hold on.
There's a special energy happening in TNA right now. We embrace the future. I will be TNA World Champion. It's Tricky Nate, and it's always gonna be Tricky Nate.
TNA Wrestling presents Battle for Glory. Tickets on sale now at TNAWrestling.com.
And we are back here on TNA Impact. There's the bell. Our main event is underway. For the first time ever, one-on-one is Mustafa Ali versus Joe Hendry. Ali, here's the thing. It's not surprising to someone like Mustafa Ali. He acknowledged that he's not worried about what they cheer for. He's not worried about that. He's not worried about them booing him because he sees that they cheer for frauds like Joe Hendry. Ali has his own belief and his own message. I can't believe that you can refer to Joe Hendry as a fraud. I understand that you're kind of calling Mustafa Ali, but give me a break. The man's former TNA World Champion. He took that title and this company to new heights this year. Can't deny that. Can't deny that. But let's look at where the state of things are right now. Joe Hendry is on a case of more than a few months now of stepping back, of dropping the ball, of not being able to rise back up. Meanwhile, Mustafa Ali has completely reunited with the help of Tasha Steele's Order 4 from the verge of breaking apart. He beat his greatest rival in Cedric Alexander on the biggest stage, and now he's trying to climb to the mountains of TNA. He's a man on the rise. I understand the ups and downs that Joe Hendry has sustained recently, but you can't think what he's done this year. Capturing the TNA World Championship like this. And Genesis. Competing in WWE's Royal Rumble shortly thereafter, competing at WrestleMania. The first time ever the TNA World Champion competed at WWE's WrestleMania. And then Slammiversary this year would not have been the enormous success that it was had it not been for people like Joe Hendry. Did I not just see numerous tweets and messages go out from TNA that this was a team effort? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know any of you thank Joe Hendry for putting nearly 8,000 people in the UBS arena. Thanks for letting me know. And early on, Mustafa Ali looks a little frustrated here by Joe Hendry. I can't blame him. Ali is a wrestling savant. I mean, I know very few people who are more skilled between the ropes than Mustafa Ali is. Joe Hendry's had a good moment so far. I'll give it to him. Joe Hendry in control. In case you missed it, our Director of Authority, Santina Morella, announced some huge matches for Emergence 1 week from tomorrow, live on TNA Plus in Baltimore, Maryland. Before the break, we know Steve Macklin will defend his TNA International Championship against Jake Sullivan once again after their first encounter earlier on tonight ended in a double countout. by Santana. I may very well leave my boots in the ring that night at Emergence. Plus, we'll see a 4-team matchup for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles. The Elliott brand defending its Lane Lee and Zaya Brookside, plus Val Henley and Jasmine Dixon. Fatal influence from NXT and the inspiration. Plus, the Hardys will be defending their TNA World Tag Team titles against the Rascals. Nick Nemeth has been suspended for attacking 2 members of the TNA staff and security. That means Brian Nemeth is going to be all alone from that Emergence. But if we put into a match with the hometown man by Santino at Emergence.
The hometown man who's from right here in Rhode Island, and apparently will probably be from Baltimore as well. But either way, right now, Joe Hendry, to his credit, turning things around here on Mustafa Ali.
Ali tried to have a word there with Order 4. Curious what he was thinking there. But right now he's getting rocked by Hendry.
Yeah, playing his always object.
252 pounds of pure motivation. Solid suplex and a kick out by Ali. Don't forget also official for Emergence, Leon Slater will be defending his X Division title against Cedric Alexander and Moose. Baltimore's own will be challenging Trent Williams from NXT for the TNA World Championship at Emergence. Get your tickets now via TNAWrestling.com. It's all part of the path to Bound for Glory.
This roll picks up.
Cannot find any breathing room. Joe Hendry is in control. Will Ali be able to rebound? This match continues on Impact.
Mustafa Ali in this main event match had a hard time. He controlled some of the early going, but Hendry, to his credit, has had answers for the last couple of minutes here for every single time Ali came through here.
Ali clearly frustrated. John Skyler and Jason Hobbs with the great hands in his corner.
Ali taking his time, trying to set the table. Back to the drawing, but sometimes that's all you got to do. You got to take some time, get a breather, think.
Reset. Oh! Swinging for the fences.
Backfiring on Ali here.
Hendry able to block. Ali face first into the apron.
Hendry just ping-ponging Ali around the outside here.
Ali back inside, resets the 10 count. Referee Alice Lane frustrated with these two. Especially Ali. What's Ali thinking here? By Hendry. This has been virtually all of Hendry since the opening bell.
That's a bad way to land out here on the outside.
Hendry rolls back inside, resets the 10 count. He's in pursuit of Mustafa Ali. I'm very cautious, very wary of Order 4.
You have to be. They're very, very capable and very dangerous when provoked.
Saw the role that they played in Ali defeating Cedric Alexander at Slammiversary.
Now finally,
Jason Hodge to John Skyler, back at the attention of Joe Hendry. Hold on a second! The goal for Ali, who drops Hendry at the feet of Agent Zero.
Hendry, I'm looking there. You don't look over your shoulder, kid. You got a monster standing over you.
Agent Zero, the head of Mustafa Ali's Secret Service. Saw how he got involved in the Great Hands matchup against Brian Myers and Matt Cardona weeks ago on Impact. There's the cover. Shoulders down. Ali trying to beat Hendry. No.
But with that dive, Ali has for sure retaken control of this matchup. And this could be the first step to reigniting the Ali campaign, the campaign he came to TNA with, but this time to the World Championship.
know what's going on.
We're back here on TNA. Impact. This is our main event. Joe Henry one-on-one with Mustafa Ali for the first time ever. Ali on the counter into the neck breaker. There's the cover. And the number. Henry on a kick out there by Henry. I want to show you who Ali took over.
During the break, Ali took a dive to the outside, distracted Joe Hendry once by order 4, and he took out Hendry on the floor at the feet of Agent Zero.
Back to line action off the neck breaker. Henry able to stay in this thing. This is what we expected coming into this. The effect of order 4.
Ali all over Hendry. I mean, Ali's going to use every tool in his playbook, every tool in the box. Despite Joe Hendry earlier tonight saying that he will make Ali believe as well.
Henry able to roll out of the way.
Might have bought himself some much needed breathing room.
On the middle rope, going for the tornado DDT. Look at the raw strength of Joe Henry.
Right into Hendry. Oh my goodness!
Henry just caught a 200-plus pound man clean out there and suplexed him.
Take a look at this. Ali leaping backwards into the DDT with Hendry. Fully stopping the momentum and turning it into a suplex.
Hendry showing off that physical strength and that iron will, that mental strength that has guided him for 12 long years of professional wrestling and got him to the top of TNA.
Follow his plan.
Can he overcome this and get back in the game here?
hands are behind Joe Hendry, as they have been for years, and now Ali able to escape the standing ovation for just a moment. And Ali sending Hutch, and now Skyler in the back of Hendry. Look at this, roll up back inside the ring. Hendry trying to dive back inside, Ali trying to catch him. Wiley Mustafa Ali, Olympic slam, cover by Hendry.
I thought that was 30.
There is always Secret Service. Oh, to the ring by Hendry. And now, I think they're headed there again. Hendry clearing house. One more diving into the ring. This is getting chaotic. Bodies flying everywhere. We knew that Joe Hendry was going to have to commit. It nearly overtaken out. Hit there by Ali as Hendry rushed into the corner.
This has got to be 30. Coach Slam. Academic. 1, 2. Refs get pulled out.
Setting up Hendry for Ali up to the top rope. Ali trying to steal this one from Hendry. Going to the 450. Wait a minute, Hendry out of the way. And now Skyler trying to get involved again. Everywhere. There is Hutch. And now sending Ali flying. Look at this. Not done yet, though. Hendry, falling gas. Look to the leg. There's no Hendry. Hold on a second. Yes, no. Hendry. In the nick of time. Ali kicked out. Hendry can't believe it. Absolutely chaotic main event here. Two men with their eyes dead set on capturing TNA World Championship gold.
We will leave.
Hendry trying to push her rear eyes. She steals again. Hendry. The referee loading steals on Ali, sending Hendry out. There's an agent zero. The ripping of mass destruction from Mustafa Ali. The referee never saw the contact by Agent Zero. And now 450 by Ali.
1, 2, 3. Ali wins.
From the tactics, the extra personnel, what needed to happen to win this match. What you just saw is a man willing to do whatever it takes to win. Following back to the conclusion of this match, Thompson steals back the whole show. Referee was referring steal while the referee's back. Ali's on Hendry to the feet, but Agent Zero was out without a moment later. Ali in the I just have to ask, if Mustafa Ali is willing to do that to win a match right here on TNA Impact, what is
is he willing to do to win the TNA World Championship?
Y'all be good. Y'all have a good night. Peace out. A-Town. Yeah.